The medical update, normally on Wednesdays, will air Thursday this week as we bring you a special VIP Chautauqua with Cable 8's James Reed. And James tells us that Charlie Brown's Great Pumpkins got nothing on these guys. Meet the Grumpkins.
VIP Chautauqua is brought to you by Reed's Jewelers.
Say hello to Big Al Pasquale, Billy Curmudgeon, Horace Burley, Harvey Gruben, Cornelius Grunblatt. These are just a few of the incredible Grumpkins Pat Moser has created over the years. Pat's amazing talent is being recognized internationally, including a cover story in today's Wall Street Journal. And to think that it all started so simply.
Well, you know, as a child, I'd always been fascinated. As soon as I could be allowed to hold a knife, you know, I was cutting my own pumpkin. You know, and this goes on for a decade of more and more complex designs until we come up until, you know, 19 years ago this season. You know, and I'd always getting frustrated because we've all done it. You know, we're cutting along the nose and then whoops, and we go get the toothpick and we stick it back in there. You know, and you've always had that because of the intensity and, you know, issues that you have when dealing with a traditional pumpkin. And it was that when I had my flash of insight and went and got a kitchen garnishing tool and began to do the first surface decoration and shaping of the actual surface of the pumpkin. And discovering the delicious inches of beautiful, soft, butterly flesh, especially of the young guys, because the pumpkins have evolved, you know, just as much as my techniques have over the last 20 years. And bang, it's been going on crazier and crazier and crazier. And now, all this time later, I have spent, you know, hundreds and hundreds of hours with thousands and thousands of pounds of pumpkin and have gotten to go clear across the world getting to do this.
Now, there are a lot of professional carvers out there, but so far Pat's technique remains unique.
You know, there's a lot of guys that will more than happily come up and get the knife out and go and whip one out as, you know, as fast as they can so they can go off and go do another one, you know. But truly, when it comes to someone who puts, you know, 20, 30 hours of time and preparation into carving a single pumpkin, and then, of course, removing such a tremendously large amount of material from that pumpkin, that truly, you know, that is unique. Also, I am unique that this pumpkin literally chose who he wanted to be by the way he pushed the tools out, because there was never chunks taken out. It was all slowly following the contours that were naturally occurring in the pumpkin. Like I said, it gets more and more interesting every year. And today is Halloween, and I am on the cover of the Wall Street Journal. And so we've just got to see, you know, what kind of excitement I will get to enjoy next year.
All right, thanks, James. Now be sure to join us again next week for part 2 of our look at Pat Moser and the Grumpkins. And be sure to check out all the cool photos of Pat's handiwork on his website, www.grumpkins.com. And as usual, James reminds you that he's always on the lookout for more very interesting people. If you know of someone like Pat with an interesting job, talent, or hobby, you can contact us via the information on your screen.